Hi guys, Stuart here again with some more essential knots for Fieldcraft. In the previous instalment I covered three methods of attaching two pieces of cordage or rope together. Reef knot, sheep bend or double sheep bend, and a fisherman's knot. Now I'm going to cover three more knots. Probably the most common one is the bowline. The bowline can be for attaching yourself to a piece of rope or securely attaching a piece of rope to like a fixed point. It's pretty temporary. It's not like my tarp knots that we've covered before. These are full-time knots. These are absolutely solid knots. So first thing I'm going to cover is the bowline. So I've got my free end, the running end that's running away from me, and I've got my tail end. I'm going to make a number 6 in the rope, with the end running away from me on the bottom of the number 6. Yep. Holding that in my thumb and my forefinger, I'm going to take the tail end. Yeah, the bottom. The old classic. Rabbit comes out the hole. Rabbit goes round the tree. Rabbit goes back in the hole. Pinch those two ends together and pull the running end away. That leaves you with your bowline. Yeah? Do it again so everybody's happy. Make my number 6. Now this would be, if I had rope or whatever, this could be the end that was going round my waist. That would be the number 6 there. But let's just say I'm doing it, attaching it to a piece of wood or whatever. I make my number 6 with the bottom one underneath. The one going away from me underneath. Take my tail end. Rabbit comes out the hole. Round the tree. Back in the hole. Pinch those two ends, and the end that's going away from me, pull it tight. There I've got a bowline. To make that more permanent, not temporary, more permanent, I can add a few things in. So I knock my bowline out. This spare end here, I can just take 1, 2 turns round it. See, I've got my tail end nice and close to the base of the knot. 1, 2 turns, and then thread it from the top, at the top end of the knot, out to the bottom. And I put that on there, and that's me secured that running end. That's never going to come out now. That's a forever your loop in the end of that rope. That could be round my waist so I'm secured onto something, or it could be I'm attaching a piece of paracord onto there and a shelter or a trap or whatever I'm doing. That's never coming off. That's never going to slip out. Yep. So I'll show you that nice and slow from start to finish. Okay. The long end going away from me. I make my number 6 with the long end going away from me. Sorry, I'll do that there. I make the long end going away from me on the number 6. Take the end closest to me. Rabbit comes out the hole, round the tree, and goes back in the hole. Pinch that, make it nice and tight. If I want to make it a bit more permanent, I can take 1, 2 turns and thread it back inside those turns. Yeah? Then I just pull it like a tie, you know, like your tie you did when you were at school or work or whatever. That's solid. Cool. So that's your bowline with kind of bites on the end. Next knot I'm going to cover is the most simple one in the world, a figure of 8. That's for putting an eye or a stop in the knot. You can do that on the end of your bowline as well also, and I'll show you that in a minute. So, a figure of 8. Really simply, I take the rope and I pinch it. Round the back, round the front, and through the back. let it go, figure of 8. Oh. So I take it, long piece of rope or paracord, pinch it, let it drop down. The side towards my dominant hand, round the back, round the front, you can already see the shape, back through the hole, drop it. Cool. I'm going to show you how you can use that with your bowline, which is a simpler way of putting the bite on. Again, make my bowline. And you can remember before I done the wrap around, simpler way of doing it. I just bang that figure of 8 on it, and that's that going to stop that ever running through. That's a bit more temporary. When it's all wrapped round and secured, that's really permanent. That's if I was attaching it to something, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we can make a bite, an eye in a rope using a figure 8. I take it this way, so I pinch it and let it drop as I did before, but then I do it again. Round the front, round the back, through the hole, pinch. Now I've got that eye. Again, if I want to make the running end, I'm scared of it running out, pinch it, round the front, round the back, through the hole. And I've got my eye in my rope, so if I was attaching it to anything, that's never going to run through now, yeah? So that's how to use a figure of 8 and then a figure of 8 to make an eye in the rope. But as you can see, it's easy to slide that over the top, or if it was going over something. There's also a way of using your figure of 8 to get that point, to thread to that point. So, again, pinch it, let it drop, round the front, round the back, out the end. Okay, now look at this in my hand. I take the end going away from me, yeah? Take the end going away from me, and all I'm going to do is trace the string back out, so I follow itself. I put it in, and I get the eye as big as I want it, so that's how big I want that eye. I want it about that big, yeah? See, it's side by side, and then I just trace. Follow it round, it goes underneath, doesn't it? So let's go underneath, goes round the back, and it goes over the top. So I'm going to show you how I could use that on this, yeah? Why that would be good. I'll just move this. So if I wanted to attach it to this using that figure of 8, I could use a bowline, but I actually prefer to use the figure 8, that's my preferred knot, yeah? So I'll make the figure 8 as normal. I go round the tree. I'm going to make this a bit unrealistic because the string I've got is maybe ever so slightly too short. So I make my figure of 8 as I did before, and I'm going to go round the tree or whatever it is, yeah? Now, you see it, I'll make that a bit bigger. All I'm going to do is trace it. So it comes through here, so I'm tracing this piece, the wraparound piece, that's the piece I'm following. So the wraparound piece has been traced by the tail. It goes through, then it's going underneath, then it's going back through here, then it's going back round the top, and then back out. Again, to make that more permanent, so this is the end that I'm tying onto something, this is my tail end, my free end. I can just bang in another figure of 8. So in part 2 we covered the bowline, how to secure the tail end of the bowline, the figure of 8, how to turn the figure of 8 into an eye in the end of the knot, and then how to get the figure of 8 as an eye or attaching it to a beam. or post or whatever. So that's just some really handy Fieldcraft knots, ways of attaching paracord to things permanently, semi-permanently. So yeah, those knots, and as well as the knots in part 1. So in total we've covered reef knot, sheet bend and double sheet bend, fisherman's knot, bowline, figure of 8. Figure of 8 is an eye, and a figure of 8 round a structure. So yeah, I've been Stuart, he's been Aaron, they've been the guys. Yous have been awesome. Don't forget, if you like what we've done, to like, share, comment and all that sort of stuff. And we'll see you in the next one.